From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Friday, May 12th, 2023.
This is Christina Hall with the Detroit Free Press. Purses, dresses, shoes, and household items are among the almost $120,000 in goods a former IT director in a Metro Detroit city is accused of buying with a city credit card, according to the Macomb County prosecutor. Michelle Kwiatkowski is charged with embezzling over $100,000, a 20-year felony, after an investigation by Michigan State Police. The alleged crimes date from January 2016 through 2020. The prosecutor says the former director bought and paid for items without oversight by the city of Fraser, where she worked. Her attorney says they are going through a, quote, plethora of voluminous documents to do our own accounting. He doesn't believe all the alleged purchases were by his client. They are working to determine what purchases were for the city and what were allegedly for her personally. He says other people had access to the credit card. The attorney says he doesn't know why this wasn't handled when his client left the city 3 years ago. He says there was an agreement as to her termination, but he wasn't privy to it because he wasn't her lawyer at the time. The former director was one of 3 women who filed a lawsuit in 2017 against the city and a former mayor and former councilman about a hostile work environment that included alleged sexual harassment. The case was settled before trial in 2019. The same former mayor and former councilman were removed from office in 2017 after a tribunal hearing about accusations that the pair sexually harassed female city workers. The tribunal was allowed under the city charter.
For the Detroit Free Press, I'm Jamie LaRoe. A Williamston teenager and her dog pulled off a remarkable win Tuesday at the Super Bowl of Dog Show's Westminster Kennel Club in New York. Leahy Ruvio and her 3-year-old Cane Corso Sage competed against 17 of the top-rated Cane Corso dogs in the nation. Cane Corsos, also known as Italian Mastiffs, are guard dogs with large heads, intense expressions, and muscles that ripple under short-haired coats. They often top 100 pounds. The dogs and handlers went around the ring, and the judge examined each animal. Then it happened. The judge chose the best-of-breed winner as a male named Oscar from Ohio. Then the judge awarded Sage, a female, as best of opposite in the breed. That means Sage is the best female of the breed. It is the title Ruvio had hoped to win when the Detroit Free Press profiled her and Sage last month. She described the winning moment as pure happiness, saying she was so proud of her dog. Ruvio, at age 17, is one of the youngest dog handlers to compete on such a big stage. She started showing the dogs, which her mother breeds at Black Pearl Cane Corso Kennel in Williamston, when she was just 10 years old. For more on this story and other news, visit freep.com.
I'm Sue Selesky, Detroit Free Press food writer. Consumers saw a small amount of relief in grocery bills in April, according to the Consumer Price Index report released Wednesday morning by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Food at home costs, those prices at grocery stores and supermarkets, fell 0.2% from March to April, while the cost of food away from home increased 0.4%. Leaving the overall food index unchanged for the month. The Labor Department tracks grocery prices across 6 categories, and prices declined from March to April in 4 of those categories, including dairy prices, which fell by less than 1%, but milk prices decreased by 2%. While overall food prices have been on the decline in recent months, they're still at record levels year over year. For the 12 months ending in April, overall costs for groceries are up 7.1%. Any decrease on items is welcome news to consumers' wallets, but consumers can expect prices to remain high compared to 2022, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The USDA's January revised summary predicts all food prices to increase 6.5% in 2023 from 2022 prices.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, and the Detroit Lions 2023 schedule is out. The biggest highlight may be the opener. The Lions will be in a prime-time spot to kick off the season for the entire league, visiting the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs on September 7th on NBC. That, of course, is a Thursday, which will be the only day the Packers and Lions will play in the regular season. Not only will the Pack, now without Aaron Rodgers, visit Ford Field on Thanksgiving, but the Lions will be at Green Bay on a Thursday night, September 28th. Detroit will also be on Monday Night Football on the night before Halloween at home against the Raiders. All of the primetime spots mean the NFL recognizes what everyone else sees. The Lions should be the favorites to win the NFC North next season. Rookie minicamp begins today.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press by visiting freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thanks for listening, and you'll hear more from us Monday.